Good morning, beautiful people. I hope you got you some water, some coffee. I actually did not get a chance to get that. I actually could really just walk in my house and get it. But I kind of am so excited about being in the book of John now, you guys. Ecclesiastes was really good. It was Solomon telling us about, and technically, the book of Ecclesiastes is a book of poetry. So that research and figured out. I don't know. God gonna have to tell me, but supposedly it's a form of poetry. Y'all know Solomon like to, he like to talk that talk. But not only is it a form of poetry, but it's still a form of listen to what I'm saying. Poetry is just words of emotions to me. I need you to hear this. This is serious. I love you. I care for you. I want you to hear this. Hope you guys can see me. Sorry. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Apologize. Hope y'all can see. I just be doing crazy stuff. So I'm just trying to get this word out here. Now, one thing I will tell you guys is, I use my Eastword app on my laptop. You can also use it on your phones and on tablets. I really don't care for it on the tablet or the phone. It's a little bit harder, a little more technical for me. I ain't with it. Laptop, just beautiful, easy. But I do like reading in my She Reads Bible because it gives you things to understand what you're reading. Kind of gives you other passages that go together, because we all know the Bible is just really showing us one thing anyway, but a lot of things are in other places in the Bible speaking about the same thing. So it tells us in 1 John, you should go deeper by reading Isaiah 55, 10 through 11, and Hebrews 1 and 1:14. And I'm going to read it. It's also something, they have little passages. Let me move this so you guys can see. I'm trying to make it where you guys can actually see what I'm reading. It'll be as clear as it can. I hope it is. I apologize if y'all don't like it this way. Okay, so it was reading, I guess right here is talking about somebody putting their little stories in here, people that helped write this book or helped create this. They have a story, I guess someone passed away, and it was talking about they went to sleep or whatever. A few hours later, she wasn't able to sleep. She rolled over to see a small beam of light coming from downstairs, so she decided to follow it. She finds her father furiously scribbling notes on a stack of white index cards. Okay, so after he done, he handed them a handed stack over to them. It created an outline of similar, something familiar, someone familiar. So basically, I guess he was writing down beloved quirks, memorable quotes of whoever passed away. And it went into John, who this book is about. The person who wrote the book is telling about Jesus, trying to show you Jesus through his eyes. And she goes in to explain that, when we read the Bible, we just think he's just talking about Jesus. They told him to write the Bible. Told him to write this particular book, and that's it. But no, it's a little bit deeper than that, because you have to remember he ran with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Think about it in these times, y'all. He not only ran with Jesus, but he was hanging with Jesus. Jesus was his friend. Jesus was a good friend of his. Just like my husband say, his old head. That's what he called him. Old heads that he hang with. That's who Jesus was to John. Jesus wasn't just somebody he looked at and be like, oh, I like him, he's cool, he's got all the power, he's the Son of God. No, it was more to it. He actually, and she says it in here, he knew the way Jesus smelled. Can y'all imagine it? He knew the way Jesus smiled. He knew what agitated Jesus. He knew what gave Jesus joy. Anytime you hang with one of your best friends and y'all across the room and y'all see something crazy and y'all look at each other like, girl, okay, I'm pretty sure him and Jesus had them situations, especially when Peter cut that ear off. It probably was like, nah, Jesus, Peter acting up. Anywho, I just thought that was just such a good way to put it. Like, it's so much more than what he actually is trying to let us see. He wants us to know the word because he's being obedient to what they're telling him to do. But at the same time, we have to also put his shoes on and try to figure out what he went through in that time as well. It's so much more than how we're reading it. Now, the chapter 1 is a long passage, but a very much needed passage. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay, I highlighted that because that's something that we all need to know, because I tell people all the time, God is the Word. That's why I believe the Bible. If he say this is his words and we shall follow them, that's what I'm going to do. Now, people are historian. God bless them. But I don't believe this to be a lie. I'm sorry. Anywho, he was with God in the beginning. All things were created through him, and apart from him, not one thing was created that has been created. Everything that God created, he created. Nobody had this thought before him. Nobody. I don't care what the people say. I don't care how they try to put it. Nobody created this thought before him. Okay. In verse 14, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Ooh-wee. God put himself in flesh form and put it right in the middle, in the center of the world. And he was among us for just a short time. Bless the people who got to see that. My goodness. Alrighty. Here we go in verse 18. No one has ever seen God, the one and only Son, who is himself God and is at the Father's side. He has revealed him. And then after that, we go into talking about John the Baptist's testimony. Y'all know John the Baptist was his cousin, y'all. That's Elizabeth baby right there. So they was cousins. They've been leaping in each other's rooms and stuff when they met each other and everything. Y'all know what's up with him and Jesus. He loved his cousin. Okay. This was John's testimony when the Jews from Jerusalem sent priests and Levites to ask him, who are you? I think a lot of people at the time, because of how John was, thought that he might have possibly been the Messiah. He close to him, they got the same blood, but he ain't it. That's what you tell him. It ain't me, my boy. It ain't me. He said, I'm a voice of one crying out in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord. So basically, y'all better chill out. He on the way. Y'all move out the way on the road. He coming. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better chill. He on the way. And that's what we trying to say now. Y'all chill out. He on the way. Calm y'all nerves. Be careful what you do. Okay. And then verse 24. Now they had been sent from the Pharisees. So they asked him, why then do you baptize if you aren't the Messiah or Elijah or the prophet? He said, I baptize with water. John answered, you see this water? You see this? Someone stands among you, but you don't know him. He's the one coming after me, whose sandal strap I'm not worthy to untie. This man is royalty. I'm baptizing with water. What? All this happened in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. The next day, John saw Jesus coming toward him and said, here is the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. Yes, I see him and he's coming and I'm ready. Come on, Jesus. This is the one I told you about. Now, I also kept reading down, and this is when God started accumulating his disciples, y'all. And I had wrote it down because these are the first ones that I believe that he, had on his journey. And I also wrote, many are called and few are chosen. I don't know if that's just the verse that stuck with me, or the quote that stick with me from the Bible. It stuck with me because they were walking with John. I'm sorry, I heard something. They were walking with John. As they were walking, John says, he's the Messiah. That is the Messiah. If I said it correctly. Let me make sure, I don't want to be saying that. Yep. So, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, was one of the two who heard John and followed him. So 2 people heard John say he is the Messiah. But he first found his own brother Simon and told him, we have found the Messiah. Okay? So, he went on his merry way. And Andrew went on his merry way and said, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and see, hey, Jesus, what's up? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Then, Jesus, after that, Andrew tells his brother about it. He tells his brother about it. He said, hey, this is the Messiah. I'm trying to tell you who he is. When Jesus saw him, he said, you are Simon, son of John. You will be called Cephas. So I felt like God chose Peter. Now, I could be wrong, but that's how I felt. He immediately changed this man's name. You have to be chosen for that to happen. Come on. The next day, Jesus decided to leave for Galilee. He found Philip and told him to follow him. Okay, so boom, there it is. Okay, so Andrew decided, I'm gonna follow y'all. Say he the Messiah. Peace, I'm out. I'm gone. Because I already know what that means. But then he chose 2 other people. Okay, I'm gonna name you Peter. Yep, you're Peter. Come on. And then he sees somebody else and say, Philip, come on. Now, if that ain't chosen, I don't know what to say. You could have told me nothing. Jesus picked me. I hope it's for good things though, because Judas was wilding. Now, the rest is beautiful as well, and you guys should read it. Hold on, put this in here for you. And it says, Rabbi, Nathanael replied, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. Jesus responded to him, do you believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree? You will see greater than this. Then he said, truly, I tell you, you will see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man. My goodness. I'm sorry I changed the page back. Like I said, this is when Philip was telling his brother about him. Am I correct? Is this Philip? Yeah, Philip. Philip was the one that told his brother about it, not Peter. I'm sorry, guys. Philip was the one that went and told his brother about it, Nathanael. And that's when he was just like, what you talking about, bro? And then when Jesus said he saw him on the fig tree, he was just like, hold up. Messiah. Okay. But that's all for today, you guys. I didn't want to hold you long. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Please continue to read your Bible. Even if you don't read it with me or watch me, read it, because you need to know what's going on in this world, and you need to have the word in your heart. God, Jesus is coming, y'all. He's coming. I don't know when. I don't know if we're going to be 100 when he comes. Just know Christina told you. Y'all be blessed. Bye-bye.